The best time is immediately. As soon as you start, get the help, and that way you can lead to success. Because the earlier you start, like you just said it right now, later on you'll be playing catch up, and it gets very expensive to catch up on your books, to catch up on your taxes. You may have overpaid. There's a lot of deductions that real estate agents do not know that they can use to lower their tax bill, or just simply keep the most money that that they can keep.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today's guest, Vanessa Larios, is the founder of Closing Day Accounting, based out of Tucson, Arizona, specializing in bookkeeping, accounting, and tax services for real estate agents. Vanessa, welcome to the show.
Hi, Dylan. Thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled to be here.
It's great to have you on here, Vanessa. I always like to start off at the top of this show by asking guests how they got started in the real estate space, in your case, working with realtors for their accounting, bookkeeping, and tax needs.
Yes, definitely. So the way that I started, I'm Vanessa Larios. Everyone, thank you for the introduction, Dylan. I am co-founder of Larios Financial, which led us to Closing Day Accounting 4 years later. And my career in finance started really early. It began when I was 18 years old, and I started working at Chase Bank. I had to drop school because unfortunately my mom and dad went through divorce, and I had to step up, being the oldest sibling of three. I had to step up and cover that gap for my dad leaving. And I said, it's time to go full time, become an employee, help my mom out. And what better way than starting in finance? So I always saw myself being an entrepreneur in the future and with degrees. But unfortunately, things don't always happen your way. But
Well,
anyways,
hey, you
yes.
know, on that note, it's almost maybe divine intervention, because I know how sorely needed these services are. We were talking, Vanessa, before hopping on here, when it comes to the niche of bookkeeping, tax services, accounting in real estate, how many times do you see it where people think like, I'm going to handle it myself, and then they realize, well, I can't handle it myself. So we need as many folks like you, Vanessa Larios, in the field as possible, to let us know, as a realtor myself, like, hey, there's people out there who can help, not just with your needs that may feel like an obligation, like tax services, but also help you with strategy as well, that can save you money and make you money.
Exactly. Yes. So a few years being spent in the banking industry, I learned the fundamentals of banking, customer service, definitely, and how people interacted with money on a day-to-day basis. So I, hands-on saw it, and that's when, after when COVID happened, honestly, that's when we decided that my husband and I would combine our strengths. My husband's background is all in accounting. He worked for the University of Arizona for about 12 years.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And I did the whole banking for about 12 years myself too. So COVID was, an unfortunate time for many of us, but it was a learning experience for a lot of us too. Because like I said, we had always talked about being business owners and becoming business owners to the point where we can help our community out, everyone around us. So like I said, Larios Financial started, it was just word of mouth. And then after wanting to niche down, we said, what about real estate agents? I feel like that is a great niche. And that way we can really put our focus into one business versus so many others. So I am focused in helping real estate agents with their bookkeeping, with their accounting, with their taxes. I am not an accountant. I'm more on the marketing side, networking, trying to get our name known and trying to provide, just making sure that we help everyone around us and that we get known. And it's bookkeeping is definitely the fundamental. It's the base of everything. I think about it as like the foundation, like the floor when you're building a house, how it has to be, perfect. It has to be straight. It has to be smooth. And that's pretty much bookkeeping in this world. As long as you have your books clean, you know where your money is getting spent, you know where your money is going, and you have a visual plan. So then accounting is about, let's compare it to that too. It's like the walls in your house. You need this, you need that one, and these, right? So that's accounting. It's what forms it. And then taxes is like the roof of your house. Taxes, it's what closes everything. And that's when you have that stress-free tax time where it just helps you move on. And with that tax planning and having correct taxes and all that, that's when you'll be able to succeed and make plans for the following year.
There's no question that, so many of those things, it can feel like spinning plates in the air for folks who are not familiar with it. I know earlier this year, before I was aware of just how sorely I needed to have someone handling these aspects of the business for me, I was thinking, oh, I can do this on my own. I'm a brand new realtor, first year licensed, I can figure it out on my own. Now at the end of the year, I'm wishing that maybe I had not done that because now I'm playing catch up.
Yes.
At what point in time, Vanessa, do you think it's right for newer realtors to start looking at these services? Is it when they've reached a certain number of deals? Is it when they're just starting out? When's the best time for them to start looking at this?
The best time is immediately. As soon as you start, get the help, and that way you can lead to success. Because the earlier you start, like you just said it right now, later on you'll be playing catch up, and it gets very expensive to catch up on your books, to catch up on your taxes. You may have overpaid. There's a lot of deductions that real estate agents do not know that they can use to lower their tax bill, or just simply keep the most money that they can keep.
When we talk about some of these ways that they might be able to save on their tax bill, I think a lot of people, especially I can speak for myself, coming from the W-2 world where you're always, for the most part, especially if you're younger in your career, maybe single, so you don't have dependents, right? You're
Mhm.
not necessarily getting this huge amount of money back.
Right.
So you might think, well, okay, I'm just going to be spending more money, right? But what I've learned from tax strategists is even people who may have a W-2 job, but they're also a realtor, they now have a business which they can write deductions for, basically. And so they might, I've heard, correct me if I'm wrong, they might actually be entitled to receiving money back because they have business expenses now.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Exactly. Yes. So great point there. So for example, if you are a full-time employee, if you're an employee and we file your taxes on a 1040, and then let's say you're also a real estate agent, you just started off, whatever it may be the case, you add it as a Schedule C to your taxes, saying what you do, the name of your business is, and then that's when we can go ahead and add all these deductions down. And there's so many things that you can write off. For example, people don't realize that your vehicle, you can track your mileage or the gas spent. Meals, it's 50% that you can deduct from your meals, especially, as a real estate agent, you're on the go here and there. And then all the supplies, office supplies, anything, staging. There's so many things that you can write off that I just feel that they're not fully aware of their full potential and try to save the most come tax time. So yeah, it's really different being a W-2, and then if you're 100% business owner, let's say you're gonna get a 1099 as a contractor. So once you get those 1099s, you are a contractor, you are your own boss pretty much. You are responsible for paying taxes, and I've encountered this problem so many times, and I want to emphasize the importance on knowing that come tax time, you are responsible for all those taxes that need to get paid at the end of the year. So, like Medicare, Social Security, all that. There are ways that we can help. For example, let's say that we switch you to S corp, and now you have to get yourself on payroll, and we run the payroll for you. All those taxes get taken out. There's quarterly tax payments that we can make. For example, if you project you'll make $100,000, we'll say, okay, so let's sit down and maybe let's start off with making this quarterly tax payment for this amount on April, and so forth. And that way, come tax time, if you overpaid, you'll get it back. But it's always better to have a plan versus getting hit with this huge tax bill.
Yeah, the number of people playing catch up, probably, especially in the younger years of your business. I can
Mhm.
speak for myself and probably a lot of other agents who are just getting started. You start to make maybe some money, and you're like, okay, well now I've got to hire a bookkeeper. I've got to hire someone to help me with my taxes.
Mhm.
But it's of course better to start at the beginning. And I would say this to everybody who I know is probably rubbing pennies together and trying, well, they got rid of the penny, rubbing nickels together and
Mhm.
trying to get started in their real estate business. As a newer agent, you're paying, fees for the real estate school that you go to, you're paying broker fees, you're paying MLS fees, you're paying fees to NAR, you're paying fees for like the remote lock boxes to get into. So you're thinking, oh, what's another fee here? This is one of those things where if you make $1 in real estate, you're going to need this, or you're going to need to be an expert in it yourself. So it's better to start early on. I want to pivot here, Vanessa, and ask you about the ways where people traditionally might be going to multiple different businesses or multiple different experts. You're able to help them in a really a vertically integrated way with the tax services, with the bookkeeping, specializing in real estate. Can you talk to us a little bit about being able to do that for folks?
Yes, absolutely. So we start from the beginning with you, making sure that we use QuickBooks Online. I believe that is the best software out there. So we make sure that the step number one is don't commingle your accounts, and just try to keep always your personal money and your business money separate. Don't do that because then it causes chaos.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
I was mentioning that there's really such a diverse range of options, almost too many options in some ways for people to make a decision on who to go to
There you go. Okay.
for bookkeeping, for tax services. And sometimes people just throw their hands up in the air and say, well, too many options, I'm just going to go do it myself, right? Or
Right.
I'll go to, maybe some brick and mortar places where I don't necessarily know when you walk into some of these places that they're, trying to save you money. They may just be trying to get you in and out. But you're able to do the bookkeeping and the tax services specifically for real estate agents. In that regard, you're really able to save them both time and money because they don't have to go to separate people. They're able to do everything under one house.
Exactly. Yes. Okay. So, for example, bookkeeping, we start with QuickBooks, and by adding all their transactions on QuickBooks, we do provide monthly reports to each real estate agent. We say, okay, this is where you started, this is where you finished last month, and this is what we recommend that changes get done. For example, spend a little less in advertising and add more here, for example, right? So we not only provide those reports, we actually add the value where we want to make sure that the following month is better for you. So then accounting, it's for example, all the cash flow and other ways that we can help you to manage it and to succeed with with your business. So, and then come tax time, by the time that it's tax time and and we are the ones helping you throughout the year with your bookkeeping and your accounting, tax time is going to be a piece of cake because we've been working with you. We know what you went through. We have the report, we have the profit and loss on hand, we have all the information right here that we need to go ahead and file your taxes, and that's it. We use Drake software, which I love that software, and we do have an in-house CPA. And if I'm not really comfortable with after, because I do prepare taxes, I do have my PTIN and my ERO number, I prepare it. But if there's something that I'm like, this doesn't feel right, CPA, please review this. Let me know if I'm 100% right before submitting. He'll go ahead and sign off, submit it. So we're good. And it's great to have that backup too, where the CPA, is the one that signs off and submits, because it just gives not only myself, it gives our client that peace of mind. So we want
Right.
to make sure that you're not going to these known places for your taxes, because to be honest, yes, they'll get the job done, but they won't ask questions. Whatever you show up with your 1099, made $100,000 that year, they'll put on that on your taxes that you have a 1099, made $100,000 that year. They will not be adding all your expenses and everything else that you spent throughout the year. Those
You
places
know,
are just, I want you in and out, and that's it. We're
that's
different
it.
here.
On that note, Vanessa, I've seen so many of, I would say, newer agents, but also just people in general outside
Mhm.
of real estate, right? Uh, Kind of without, I guess it's probably some level of not knowing, some level of overwhelm. Just say, hey, like I said, I'm either going to do it myself or I'm going to go to one of these brick and mortar places. And like you mentioned, Vanessa, they want you in and out. They'll not really putting any great effort to save you any money, and you could be entitled to
Right.
thousands of dollars back, or
Right.
thousands of dollars less that you could be saving if you owe. And that's not what they're looking at as their responsibility to you. So when it does come to tax strategy specifically, this is really where in my mind it pays to have someone like yourself uh, in your Rolodex as part of your team, because otherwise you're going to end up not just playing catch up, but also spending literally thousands of dollars or not getting back money that you're owed.
Of course, definitely. I understand. And I've seen it so many times, unfortunately. I've had clients that have gone through those on tax softwares themselves where they pay a lot of money to get their taxes filed. And then come the following year or throughout the year, they'll get an IRS beautiful notice. Hey, this was reported incorrectly or problems, came up throughout. So I always recommend everyone to just go ahead, get yourself, whether it's not myself or us, get yourself an accountant, get yourself a tax preparer, somebody that will help you because at the end of the day, you'll end up overpaying because number one, you already paid online for submitting it yourself. Number two, you'll be playing pretty much catch up by trying to find a tax accountant that can help you submit it the correct way. And that's not what you want to focus your energy on, especially real estate agents. You're supposed to be focusing on closing deals and your family and whatever else you want. Let us handle your accounting, your bookkeeping, your taxes, and let us make sure that you're set up for success.
Amen.
Mhm.
Amen. Let's offload some of that weight, and let's focus on closing day, right?
Yes.
We are coming up on time here, though,
Mhm.
Vanessa. Where can folks reach out to you or your team? How can they learn more about closing day accounting?
So our biggest platform right now, well, like I said, we did start a few months ago on social media, but we are on Instagram, and our Instagram name is Closing Day Accounting. Very, very easy to remember, hopefully. And if you guys follow us there, we are uploading some videos, very informational videos that we hope helps the audience and not just real estate agents, hopefully just everyone in general that gets a 1099 because at the end of the day, 1099s are pretty much all the same. However, just our focus and our specialty are to help real estate agents. So check us out. We would love a follow. We'll follow back and just let us know that you came across us through Dylan. Dylan, you were amazing, incredible. I really appreciate this interview today and I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
Vanessa, thank you so much for coming on the show here today.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for today's show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing on your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. You can also check out the show's notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and even how to work with me directly one-on-one. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. See you on the next show.